Hey, how are you doing? I wanted to go over this week's module with you. It's going to be Module 12, Product and Distribution Strategies. So let's go ahead and look at the learning objectives. Canvas has this new thing that pops up like this. It's kind of cool in a way, but all you have to do is click out of it, and it'll bring you right to your page. So let's look here. We're going to look at explain production strategy, four stages of the product life cycle. For example, there's four stages. There's an introductory, growth, maturity, and decline. And you may have seen those new TVs out that actually look like a picture, but it's a TV. That would be in the introductory stage. And for example, fax machines are on the decline stage. Sodas would be in the mature stage. So you have those different areas of the product life cycle. We're going to discuss production identification, components of a production strategy, explain wholesaling versus retailing, and channel decisions and logistics. And channel decisions and logistics is like supply chain management, operations management. It's a little bit of those elements in that. How do the resources, the materials get to the store, and what are all those different intermediators in between? But retailing, I used to work in retailing. I worked at the Gap while I was working on my MBA. I went into a sales trainer role. I actually wanted to be a store manager or a district manager. I had an interest in that. So retailing is it's a big industry. It's easy to get into, but it's definitely hard to move up in. My store manager had been working there since she was like a teenager, and then it took her 15 years to get her store. But it's good to go into industries if you have an interest in an industry, to go in there, and try it out and see if it's something that you want to do long term. I eventually landed in education, and I'm so glad I did. But I do. Definitely those experiences I had in corporate, with all the different areas I did and the companies that I worked for is a good experience to have as well, because it takes you where you need to be in life. Okay, so let's look here. You have your presentations. You have a multitude, a variety of presentations here that goes over the material. You definitely want to be reading your material. There's required readings. That definitely, it will help definitely to study chapter 12 as a resource. And then you have some supplemental resources here. You have a few of them there. For example, the product life cycle. You have the bell curve here in products when they're first launched, like the picture TV. They're in an introductory stage, and then they go to the growth stage, maturity stage. Jeans are in the maturity stage, and then decline stage, like maybe even the iPod or fax machine, definitely in decline, would be more in there. All right, so let's look here. You also, so you have a lot going on this week. You have an experiential learning activity. You have a Module 12 quiz, which is going to help prepare you for your Exam 3 and those questions from Chapter 12. Your Exam 3 is going to cover Chapters 9 through 12. All of these activities are due Sunday, November the 12th by 11:59 p.m. But you decide when you get them done. You can now work ahead in the course, so you plan your activities around your schedule, what makes best sense for you. Your experiential learning activity, I love that, comes up. The graphic, excuse me, is really good. So click out and don't get overwhelmed. There's a lot going on here, and you're going to be using a new software called Poplet. And you're going to be making a visual story. So what I want you to do here is everything in the bullet points. You're going to go out to a store, and you're going to pick a section like potato chips, shampoo, soup, whatever the section is you decide. And I want you to identify the top 5 brands that are in your section. Then I want you to classify the brands as either a convenience product, a shopping product, or specialty product. So I want you to know the classification of that product. Rate the individual brands, with 1 being the highest on brand loyalty, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way down to 5 being the lowest. And this is your opinion of like Yeah, the one you rate number one, you know that that's a lot of customers' go-to product. When they want those with type potato chips or that soup or shampoo, that's their go-to product. They're very brand loyal to that. Then you want you to tell me what stage of the product life cycle each of the brands are in, and then which brand has the best packaging. So we do pay a lot for packaging. For example, just right here at my desk, I have, I take a multivitamin every day. And but I mean, as you can see, the packaging's very colorful. It's got a purple top. If I was to buy just like a regular off-brand packaging of vitamins, it'd probably be just a really dull label. So we spend a lot on packaging. We buy, I mean, we a lot of our money is spent on packaging, and I mean that's why I try to buy off-brand. But some things I'm real brand loyal to Centrum. Ever since the pharmacist, she told me, oh no, get Centrum, they're the best vitamins. So I've become brand loyal to that. So I'll only buy these, even though I could buy, cheaper ones with the off-brand and and not so dramatic packaging. So I want you to tell me which brand had the best packaging and which one had the worst packaging. And then I want you to describe what type of retailer distributes these brands. What type of retailer is it? Is it a distributor, wholesaler, or what? Be very specific in the type of retailer it is. And are there any brand surprises? Or is there anything that surprised you when you did this activity? So it is an experiential learning activity. Here's a video that shows you how to use Poplet. But again, you're creating a visual story, and it will look like this. And then, but this is very important regarding in order to submit it for grading, you will need to click on share, then make Poplet public. So this is important. If you want me to be able to view it, be sure that you do these steps in the important part. And this just shows you how this activity aligns with our module outcomes, and so why this activity is important, how it aligns with what we're studying and focusing on this week in this module. Here's your grading rubric. Be sure that you click on the links, the blue links here, because they go over a little bit more in detail of what you will be graded on in this activity. So be sure that you're reviewing that. And so you do have your quiz, and then you have exam 3. I wish you lots of luck on everything that you're going to be working on this week. If you need anything whatsoever, please do not hesitate to call me, text me, email me, stop by my office during my office hours, or make an appointment. And I will talk to you soon. Bye.